Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome to the stream. We're playing a little bit of Airport CEO, as you can probably gather, and it's a new build. The old one was just not working for us anymore. Frames were dropped and all these kind of things. Hi Dan the Flying Man, hi Mother Earth, welcome to the stream. Okay, what I'm going to do in today's playthrough, or well, probably extend beyond today only, we're going to play a sandbox. Okay, so we're not going to focus too much on the money. It's something a little bit different to what I do. Most of the time I tend to enjoy the challenge of getting the economics of the airport to work, and so what ends up happening is the airport isn't always great because it had to kind of meet certain criterias and stuff like that. So today we're going to do something completely different. We're just going to get it to look like a nice airport, and we're going to try and not make the same mistakes we made in the past. Okay, Sam, welcome. Dan, make one based on a real one. Yeah, that's an idea. I've done a few of those with Sim Airport actually. I think there's still a few things that doesn't quite work like a real airport does in Airport CEO, so it might be a little challenging, but I can certainly give it a try. Today, however, we're just going to do a very straightforward multi-terminal, one on the one side, one on the other side. But I have a few interesting things that I want to try today. Okay, so what I've done is I've tried to determine the middle of this. I've unlocked all of them. All of this is the plots basically, and that's kind of the middle over there, I think. And so we'll get straight into doing something. It'll be a multi-level airport from the start. I believe in sandbox mode we have everything unlocked already. So let's just quickly have a look over here and go to the big stands. Yeah, large stands, everything. So everything's unlocked already, so we don't have to worry about R&D or anything like that. Even though that's a pretty new feature of the game, we still don't have to worry about that. So if we say, I'll sort out what actually maybe we should do we'll see what we'll do with the cars first. So it's going to be multi-level with I think we're going to start at the lower level, or we're going to be ground level and the one level below, and we're going to use the ground level for drop off, and then we're going to use the underground level for pickup, and then we're going to slowly transition that to level 1 and level 2. Or to the ground level and the first level as we get to the airplane. So that's kind of the idea. So let's try and sort that out. So if we say let's just bring our starting point a little bit closer. So that's kind of going to be the middle over there. So if we say how wide are we going to have this guy? Okay, let's get rid of all of that as well. The reachable delivery site is required. Okay, so let's just quickly move that out of the way. Oh, I'm struggling. Okay, there we go. So we'll do a little bit of this, and we can actually get that to help indicate the center for us. So we'll do that. We'll get our delivery and our contractor sites over there. We'll pull this one out of the way. Ooh, we can't pull it out of the way further than that. That's an interesting piece that I didn't know about. Okay, so now that's let's go and figure out how we're going to do this. So if we say that's the middle, so we'll say like 35 into that direction. How long? So that's about 87. Yeah, absolutely. I do want to leave room for things to go around the edges. So if we say 75 this way, 76 this way, let's try and do something like that, and we'll do it by 10. Okay, and I think that went one wider than it should, huh? Yep, it did. So let's trim that back. So 76 this way, then 75 in the other direction, 75 in this direction. There we go, by 10, and there we go. So that's going to be the main terminal area. Now what we'll do is we'll find a little piece over here Oh, and I wanted to give everybody a heads up. I am now an affiliate on Twitch, and so there's all kinds of new features and stuff in there. You can sub and have bits and all these kind of things that's now finally available. I'm not sure if all of that's set up just yet. I have put some emotes and stuff in there. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, still getting used to how all of that works. But thank you so much for all the support and continuing the watch and so on. Without you, I obviously couldn't have done it. Okay, so now with the main terminal section going to look like that, we need to find our area for passengers, basically. So again, we'll do it from the middle, and we'll say let's do about 26 in this direction, and we'll add an extra 10, and we'll do 25 in that direction, and we'll add an extra 10, 25 in this direction, and an extra 10. So that's kind of it. And we can also, I'm almost kind of wondering whether we give it some stuff in here. So if we say, maybe we don't want to go that far, maybe if we just go 5 by 10 here and 5 by 10 over there, so something like that. So this kind of becomes what we're doing. Then we want to kind of replicate that on the lower level, and luckily we can now do that fairly easily. So we'll replicate that by doing something like this, and something like that, and something like this. And what I'll do is I will do that. Okay, so this is going to be the underground section over here for the passenger terminal. So let's get rid of some of these internal walls. So if you hold in control, and something that someone actually, one of the viewers actually told me, one of you guys, then you can quite easily start to dismantle some of the walls and stuff specifically that you're looking for. If you've got the various the thing you're building selected, and then you hold control, you can delete just that thing. Okay, so let's do that, get rid of that. There we go, and there we go, and there we go. Okay, we'll sort out this side over here as well. Okay, so now let's see. We are going to allow some form of pickup over here, though I do want, let's start with a bit of sidewalk down here, external, which is an interesting thing because it's underground and it's not part of the foundation or the building. Anyway, I don't know how that works, but that's fine. And we will slot a couple of these in here. The airport is not going to be as big as the last one, though, I can tell you that much. Anyway, and then what we want to do is we want to provide a few bus stops. Okay, so let's see something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bus stops like that. And then we're going to go with some not car stops. I'm going to just go with the taxi pieces. So we'll do a couple of taxi pieces like that. Actually, yes. Yeah, let's see. Let's do that. Okay, now let's get the road down here. I'm gonna go with this road. So I want to come in like that, run it like this, and then out that way. We could provide this, yeah, over there if we do something like this. But what we're not thinking of over here now is that we can't actually get a crossing to the other side if we wanted to do a similar thing. And to be honest, if we wanted to do a similar thing, that's too close. If we wanted to do a similar thing, that's more the speed that we're gonna need. So we'll do and we can come up and down over here as well. Okay guys, let's do that instead. Okay, and so I'll have to remove a little something over here, so let's quickly do that. So remove one of these. Do let's just remove. Okay, that's fine. So let's start off by, okay, so how many would that be? Okay, so if we say 1, okay, let's say 1, 2, 3. Oh, then that'd be the middle right there. Okay, so we would like a medium crossing right here and right there, and then we'll get the sidewalk and we'll just run it in there all the way, and we'll run it in there like so, and that's going to be what we're doing. We'll, oops, that's not the one I want. We'll grab this one, we'll get rid of the taxis a little bit. Actually, let's do all buses up here. In that case it'll be fairly symmetrical. Then we can do taxis down here. So let's just do something a little bit like that, and we can change them around should we want to. Okay, let's do that. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Yes, exactly. Okay, there we go. That is what we're trying to achieve. Okay, so that's kind of what it's going to be like. Let's fill in these sections. It looks okay. Okay. Now, doors and stuff. We'll put some doors and stuff in here as well. Okay, some of the big doors. So let's say 3. Every 3 big blocks will do one. That works out quite well. So there's plenty of doors, but these, ooh, that's wrong. There we go. There we go, and one more over there. Perfect. So that's kind of how that's going to work and look and feel. We'll do a very, very similar arrangement at the top. Okay. And again, we'll probably have, okay, that's fine. So let's grab our bits and pieces over here. Okay, so we'll bring that in. Okay, then we're gonna go with the buses. I believe that was one. No, yeah, the buses right there. 3 in, I think. Yeah, there we go. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, like so. We'll grab ourselves a little bit of road. That's going to do that, and that. Okay, so there we go. We'll grab ourselves some taxi stops. We'll bring those in. Okay. Okay, and the thing I'm wondering about the other side is whether we're actually gonna do parking and stuff like that over there. I mean, whether it's better off we just go with the metro on the other side. Okay, so we'll link that one in there and this one in there. Not that we're going to use that piece, but we'll see about it. So there we go. So that's going to be the basic setup. It's much smaller than the ones we're used to, so we'll have to see if it works. But I've got confidence. I've got confidence if the airport isn't too big that it will in fact work. So all we need to do now is make sure that we've got our tunnels going down. So this is public road tunnels that goes down. And why can't I build it on this floor though? Did I say go up? Oh, I probably went and said go up. Yep, exactly. There we go. So we'll do that. I'm going to show you what the plan is right now. So we'll do that over there and that over there. Perfecto. And then we'll start linking those up together. Oops, there's actually stuff going on over here. So we'll do a little bit of this. Actually, let's align that very nicely with the terminal building. And we'll do a little bit of that. Excellent. Now we're talking. Now, and what we'll do here is we'll do this and we'll do that. There we go. So now this is all connected, and this is kind of our multi-level drop off and so on. Okay. So with that in mind, let's get rid of this terminal section that's in the way here. I'll leave that one block there so it kind of indicates the middle to us, and then we'll just kind of fill up that piece of wall there. Okay, now, so at the lower level we're going to have baggage claim. Okay, so we're not going to do, let's get to the first level first. Okay, first level we're going to have check-in, and yeah, that's basically it, check-in. So let's grab our check-in desks, our check-in and security, of course. So let's grab our check-in desks, and I'm kind of tempted to do check-in on both sides of this, just so we can split things up a little. So let's grab check-in desks, and let's see. I like an arrangement that does this, but there might not be a lot of room to do so. We might use these areas for like bathrooms and stuff like that. So maybe what we should do instead is try and run the lines like that, maybe. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. Where are we gonna go with this? Okay, let's do up against the wall. Pretty much up against the wall. So let's do stuff like that. Up to about there, I think, is reasonable. Okay, so if we do that, why is that not showing up? And then I'm kind of tempted that we run a very similar piece over here. So there's a bit of a gap there, so then we'll just run it through there. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Actually, and let's do, you know what we'll do is let's quickly do the queue for one of them, so we don't have to redo that all the time. So that's going to be the queue for one of them. And actually, while we've got that, let's get rid of all of these. We know what we want to do, and we'll just grab the copy of this, and we will redo it in there. Well, I'll start it on this side, so we'll do that. Perfect. That's much easier. And now, once we build all of these, we'll redo the copy like so, and we will plop it in there. So we'll go up to about the middle. Yeah, so let's keep the middle open. Let's keep the middle fairly wide open. Okay, something like that. And then we'll go ahead and do a similar thing on that side. Yeah, like that. Okay, and let's flip it around over here and squish it in there. How much open space did we have there? 2 and a line. So just about that much. So there's our check-in desks. I think that is kind of what we have in mind here. Then we'll go ahead and get security. We also need to think about stuff like staff rooms and so on. We'll definitely have some bathrooms and some shops up here. I think this area could be shops. Bathroom, we'll have to see where that goes to. Okay, let's get our security. The chat is going along nicely. Talking about all kinds of lengths and things over here. How tall we all are. I'm not that tall. I'm only like 1.81 in meters, like you know. Okay. Ooh, I need a bit of a wall in here. Let's quickly do that. Okay, and now the security piece is, we need to actually make this entire thing secure. So let's quickly run that through there. We're going to take our time in doing this, so it might be a little slow. Wow, it takes some time to do a big secure area like that. And we'll probably run it in a little bit over here. So let's see something like that. Then this, if we look at the security pieces, actually No, maybe we do want a little bit more room here. Actually, let's line it up over there. So let's trim this thing back. Let's give ourselves a little bit of room. Do that. Excellent. Now let's get the secure stuff on again. Now there we go. Okay, now let's not make the same mistake again. Let's just get the queue in here. Okay, something like that. What we'll also do is let's get some plants in here, so we copy that all at the same time. Get some plants over there, and we'll get ourselves a bit of a bin, kind of right here, and yet another plant, so that we don't have to redo our plants all the time. So that's kind of what the secure setup is going to look like, or the security setup is going to look like. So let's copy a few of them in here. Oh yeah. Why don't I have my... It's not quite working for me, is it? Well, let's try if we extend it those few manually, and we'll try and copy the 4 of them again. We'll see if that works. Let's do that. Okay, and into there. Okay, now let's try this one more time and see if that is actually going to work for us now. And we don't want to run through the middle. Better, but still not quite great. Okay, so let's do that. Now let's try the same thing from the other side. Again, anyway, now it's just a few that we need to fix up afterwards. Excellent, I like this. This is good. Okay, so we need to fix up a couple of them, so let's quickly do that. Wonder what kind of a buggy glitch thing that is. Anyway, so we'll have all of this. That we can deal with over here. So the airport can in fact be pretty big, because there's a lot of capacity here. To be honest, I think we'll never, I don't know if we're going to use this capacity, but we have it nonetheless. Okay, let's just make sure we finish all of this off. We're going to need lots and lots of seating, and we'll do nice flooring and all kinds of things like that. Also, we are going to, like as I said, we're going to take our time, make a nice airport, something that I typically don't take the time to do. Okay, so there we go. That's check-in and security. That leads you then through to the gates over here, and we'll see where we go from there. Oh, that's one is clicked. That's why that looks that way. Let's put a bit of a floor in here, and I like to make a differentiation between the secure area and the others, which I didn't do in the last one, but let's do it in this one. And I'm thinking, which kind of flooring can we use that's not going to look completely over the top? Let's try this one. I kind of like this one for the secure, for the internal area. Let's do that. So let's do a bit of this. Okay, and then we'll at the same time run it up to the front of the secure area over there. Okay, so that's our, yes, that's our nice flooring as you enter the airport over there. Then we will do, what will we do on the outside over here? Something like a little bit of a bluish kind of carpet maybe. So it's not quite as abrupt, but we can see the difference. Oof, the blue is hell on the eyes. Okay, but there we go. So that is, wow, that is tough. That is too much. I can't handle it. We'll go with the light blue. Give me the light blue. That's better. That's a little better. There's very little differentiation between those now, but that's much better. Okay, so with that in mind, the next step is for us to look at our our baggage handling system. So if we say baggage, let's grab these guys, and what we'll do is we'll run it. Actually, we could run it down. No. If we run it down and these to the middle, we'll need to run it to two sides. I want to do baggage handling on the two sides here. Okay, so what we can do is we will run this one over there, okay, and that one over there. This will run, actually if we run it up, it'll all be kind of at the same spot. So we'll run it up over there, and we will run it up over here. So now we just need to tunnel these things down. Okay, and we'll do a similar thing over there. They're in line now. Hey Sam, welcome back. Let's just get rid of that and put that back in there. Now if we go down, I'm a little worried that this is in the way, but we can in fact, well, let's build the baggage area. So the baggage area is going to be on the outside here. We don't need tons of space for it though, but we'll do a little bit, and then we'll run it up here, and we'll probably have it pop out. I don't know, we'll have to see. So we could do some baggage bays over here somewhere. Okay, yeah, that's probably a good idea. But actually I'm just thinking, get rid of that. Let's run it underneath. Yeah, I like this. Let's run it underneath like so. Okay, and we'll put our baggage bays in there. Okay, well, that's an interesting one. Let's see how we go with that. Okay, now this is going to be all enclosed basically. So let's give me a bit of a wall here, and we'll just kind of roughly enclose this section so we can get rid of that wall, and we can run this guy out in this direction. Now let's get our security sections in place. The various pieces. Guys, it looks like the chat exploded about how tall we are. No, yes, I noticed there was a bit of a discussion about length going on, which is fine. Happy that you've sorted that all out and that you're all now enlightened about each other's length. Okay, now if we bring this thing down here, we'll start it off a little something like that, and then I need to remember how this thing works. So then we've got those that has no problem whatsoever, that can just run straight up that way, and then why is that going the wrong way around? Okay, there we go. Now run that down there, run that like so, and in there. Perfect. So that's the one. Now if we say you've been scanned and you found to have some stuff, then we go with the level 2 scanners over here, and it's a system that doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but it seems to be the one that is required in order to get that rating that you're after, a good secure rating. Okay, and that one right over there. Then we will continue our, just pop them in there, and then if you clear that, you can join back over there. If not, you go, ooh, maybe that's not the good, come on, something like that. Run that up there and get the super secure one. So So, and then if you don't pass that, you'll go into the exploder over here, the detonator, or the destroyer, which I still find very funny. I haven't seen a bag destroyer at an airport. I'm sure they have similar things for for stuff that's dangerous, but I don't know. I don't think they destroy bags that ever so frequently. Okay, if we go back, so that's going to be kind of the setup over there. So that gives us some room over here, and we'll probably use this for like maybe a restaurant and seating, and we'll have the we need to remember to we need to take this thing to the other side so we get the carousels to come in here. We may actually, we'll see. So we'll have a nice big section of carousels in the middle there, and then people with some seating and bathrooms and things over there. I want to do a very similar thing on the other side, so we want to just double up what we've done. And I wonder, I think let's do this first. Let's do the foundation section. So we're going to do 5 on this side, and we're going to run it for, I have no idea how many that is. Why is that happening? Why? That's weird. Do I have something? That's very strange. Have I got the right tool selected? Anyway, something's funny. Just redo that. Okay, there we go. Something was funny. So we'll do 5 up to there. Then how far did this go? 13. Then we'll extend it an extra 13 up there as a starting point. We'll see how that works. Looks a little funny that our wall isn't straight. Okay, now can we copy this setup and mirror it? Mirroring is going to be the challenge. So let's say we do that. We're not going to be able to mirror it, are we? What is? Oh no, that's the main one. No, we're not going to be able to mirror it. So let's go back upstairs and do the tedious thing of redoing our same thing here. Mirroring is the next thing that they should add. We'll do that one in there and this one in there, and we'll just tweak our stuff to make sure they actually work here. Now we can go downstairs again, and again what we'll do is we will run a little bit of this. How did we do it on the other side? I want to make it pretty similar. So something like that. Get ourselves a little bit of wall to go around the outside of this thing, and we trim that back over there, and we can bring that in. This might not be exactly the same. Can we just make sure that okay, now with that we probably want to run it all the way down there. Just quickly have a look. Not quite all the way, did we? Come on. Something like that. I'm not sure how the other feel about that. But you being the tallest, yeah, absolutely. I'm sure they're devastated. I know I am. Sam. Oh, good fun, good fun. Okay, now, the thing is, we can't do it. We'll have to do it a little differently. So we can actually copy it. So let's copy it like so, and then what we'll do is we'll just kind of do it in here instead. So we'll do that. There we go. That's fine. That actually works quite a little bit better, I think. Okay, so now let's see. Let's grab. Just finish it off over here. Yeah, that seems fine. This does not seem fine. So let's quickly redo that section through there. Perfect. Okay, so now we've got that sorted out. We can do the other bits and pieces. So now we've got the makings of our airport. Let's do the baggage carousels, because these are the things that I typically spend very little time on, and it becomes an issue later on. I think we'll do the entire extent through here as baggage carousels, and we'll copy the same arrangement. So I want to do something a little like, I want to make sure that they're pretty big, though they are usually pretty straight. But anyway, I'm going to do, okay, we will have like what, 4 and 4. So if we have 8 of them here, well, let's make it 6. Let's make it 6. I don't think we need that many. We're not going to make a huge, like I said, we're not going to do a huge airport here. So what we could do is, let's do a little something like that. We'll give it a bit, almost 2 spacing there. So we'll do that. Then we'll go with a little something like this. This is a shape that I've been using, not in the last airport though. Actually, let's do that. That's not bad. It's a little clover, a 3-leaf clover, so it's not a lucky kind, not the lucky kind. There we go. Ooh, finish that off. Okay, so there we go. So with that in mind, we could, I would like to do the up thing here. I wanted to do it in the middle. Oops, wrong side. So if we do something like that, yeah, that's kind of the idea that I want. So let's get the stuff in there that we want in there. So like information and so on. Yes, duty free. We'll definitely have that. We'll have shops and all kinds of things inside and outside the secure zone. Let's get our screens in place. So if we say, let's just do middle screens like this. Absolutely. Ooh, actually, then if we let's do excellent. That is going to work out well. So there we go. That's our screens. Then if we wanted to do some nice hedges, well, planty thingies, can we do that? That looks a little weird, so let's not do that. Let's instead bring in some of the other plants now. Well, we could still do a little bit like this. Okay, I think we've got not a lot of variation in terms of the plants. Oh, we've got the big ones now, so let's squeeze some of the big ones in here where we can. So a few of them, just so that there's a little bit of difference. I'm not going to put Christmas trees in here. I'm just going to put tons and tons of plants in there, maybe too much so. Nope. Something like that, and then we'll just grab one of these small ones as well. Look at that. Okay, and then we want to do this as a baggage claim area, so let's just grab the area section. I like giving it a little bit of extra room. Ooh, and what I'm also going to do is I'm going to remember to make this staff zone, so they don't stand around on top of all of that. Staff zone, and I'll just leave that section over there just in case they have any difficulty with it. Okay, so now we will go and copy that setup, remembering to hold Alt, so we copy the room as well. How far do they need to be apart? I think that is about right. So let's do, but we only want to do about 6 of them, so they can be a little bit further apart, I feel. So if we do something like that, then we could in fact squeeze in, oh man, we could squeeze extras in here if we wanted to later. Oh, that is so flexible. It's like I planned it. And over there, okay, and we'll do a similar thing from this side. We'll give ourselves, how much space did we give ourselves? 5. We'll give ourselves 5 spaces. So that's 5 there, and that's 5 at the bottom. So I believe that's about right. It'll go in there, and it'll go in there. Look at that. There's our baggage claim. is the airport in or a forest? It's a bit of a forest, I think, you know. Have you been, if you've been to Singapore International, you see that they do forests inside airports. Okay, so there's our baggage claim thing that's going to be underground there. So we need to find a way of getting people down, and we'll see about that. Okay, now the next thing, what you've all been waiting for about 40 minutes now already, is how we're going to do the stands. So I was thinking right here in front where it's really busy. Before we do that, we need the baggage things, so we know where the service cars and things are coming up and out, coming in and out. So if we do this thing is not quite wide enough. For that. So what we'll do is we'll extend this a little bit over here. Okay, like so. One on that side and one on this side. Actually, you know what? Let's just get these things in here, because we may use that as the way we do that. So let's get our stands in here. We're going to do a couple of small stands over here. So right in the middle, I intend us to run out a little bit of a terminal. So we'll get these guys out here. So if we say 2 away from, and I want to make sure that we leave enough room there. So let's do a little something like this. Okay, so we're gonna have, this is gonna be the only small ones that we have. Okay, so if we do a little something like that. Okay, now let's see the medium stands, and I think this is going to be, we're going to mainly do medium stands on this one. So if we wanted to do that, then maybe 2 is not actually the right number. We could look into remotes. So let's say we do this. Actually, let's trim them back. I want to do, we can't do it this way. We have to demolish it. We have to close it and then demolish it. Close it and then demolish it. Okay, so we'll see that. What I wanted to do is I want to make sure that we do taxiways that are wide. Taxiway, concrete, I want 7 wide regardless of the size of the plane. So if we do this, and oh man, that's actually quite useful if we do it that way. We'll just have to see about how we manage the rest of this. Anyway, we'll look at that now. Okay, so now we'll get the stands in. Stands, medium stands. Like so. There we go. Okay, so that's a little bit like that. We need to remember to maintain the flow of things. Okay, so let's okay, we've got our road in there. So what do I want to do? Do I want to extend the terminal? I'll extend the terminal in there a little bit. Okay, so we'll do that as a terminal extension over here. Can be pretty busy out there, but that's okay. We'll make sure to get the service roads to run around. Okay, definitely want a bit of that going on. Definitely want a little bit of this going on, so that all of our service roads is in fact connected. Okay, and then I'll run the, okay, then we need to find, okay, now if we go, maybe let's see, maybe we can do the big guys on this side, or some big guys. Actually, maybe we just do 1 or 2 big guys at the on the edges. Well, that's actually not a bad idea. Okay, so we'll do, actually we'll go with medium only here, so that the other one can do the big, and we can do a completely different arrangement like that. Okay, let's just go medium altogether. Okay, medium stands, let's continue to link them in. Oh, I think we'll do, I think we're okay with that. So how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's stick with the 5 for now. Let's stick with the 5 for now. We have room for a little bit of expansion should we need to. Okay, so 7 wide, like that. Then we'll have 7 wide like this, and I believe that's enough room for now the stands again. Absolutely. Medium stands, here they go. Come on. And a 5th one over there. Get ourselves a little bit of a taxiway extension all the way to the end there, and all the way to the end over there. Okay, so the idea that I want to do here now is I want to run the taxiway up, let's say at least like that. Okay, so there's a little bit of room on this side, and we'll do the same thing on that side. We'll do the 7 up there, and we'll do the 7 up here as well. Okay, so now I think our first taxiway section for passing around will be this one. Just make sure we're only using 7 wide. Yep, absolutely. So that's a nice big section, so we can do little one-way loops over here. Okay, and since we're not going to have the runway in both directions, we actually need to start putting our runway in now. We only need a medium runway on this side, and we'll do the big one on the other side. So let's quickly do that. Maybe we'll have to trim this back a little. We don't have a lot of room here, so let's do let's just do large runways. Let's just do large runways so we squeeze them in. If we want 7 gap there though, we'll have to do that, and that's going to be nice and central. So we'll have to look a little bit at our taxiway situation here. So let's do it like this. I'll swap it around, and we'll do the other side as well. If only I could get the right. Is that about the right distance there? 7. Yeah, that's about the right. So now we've got our 2 runways, nice and central. Let's get our runway exits. I'll have to redo this taxiway section. There's not enough taxiway here, and we're not going to do de-icing, by the way. That's why there's not enough room there for it. Let's quickly get our access points. At the edges, we're going to do these guys, the big boys. Well, while we're here, we'll do that side as well. Well, we can't actually squeeze it in there, so we'll not do it. So let's do that, and we'll do that. We want something in the middle, so that's this direction. So what we'll do is we'll get the exits that does this. Oh man, I'm gonna align it over here, and again over there. That's cool. I like it. I like it. Okay, so with this taxiway, we'll have to see how that works actually. Okay, so let's see the taxiway piece. Let's continue to fill it in. I think that is about right. That's about right. That's about right. And we'll do actually do that. Okay, I think the issue is now that we don't have, so these guys can come in here. That section will have to be double direction actually, so we may have to do double taxiways in here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get our taxiway to go all the way to the end there. Okay, then we're gonna trim it back on this side. Yep, we're going to trim it back here. We're going to run it all the way to the end there. We will trim it back here and there. Okay, yeah, I trimmed back all of that. Now, can we squeeze another taxiway in? Not if it's 7 wide though. That's the thing. If it's 7 wide, oh, we can. Oh yeah, we can. So there we go. That's fine. So we'll have another taxiway through here. This is a lot of taxiway. A lot. Okay, perfect. Actually worked quite well this way around. Okay, so the idea is that we will have taxiways that's going to work for our. Dan, thanks, man. I'm putting a little bit more effort into it this time. I mean, a little bit more planning. We've got the money. That's the issue, really. The money was always the issue with the taxiway. So now we've got a nice taxiway setup going on over here. So now we can actually do. So guys will be. Okay, so I think this will be. Okay, let's get the little things in here. We'll run it through like that. Hopefully this taxiway setup will not see us too problematic, too struggling too much. I'm kind of wondering whether we need this though. We'll have a look. Let's link that up. Oops. We'll link this up. Nice. Okay, we'll see if to what extent we need that one. I think we probably will need it. Like so, like so. So this section will not obviously be will be two-way. Come on, tie it in there. Nice, the small ones. Oh man, this is a pretty good one. I'm liking it. It's looking good. Do a similar thing, run all the way down there. I'm glad I've started with the big ones, with the big runways. Yeah, it's probably worth us doing that. Not all of them though. I need to do some chores. If you're still on in a while, I'll join you later. No, it's about 10 more minutes, then I'll be cutting this stream to an end. We will continue this on the next one though, on Tuesday, or if you're in Australia, the next one will be on Tuesday morning. Okay, so there we go. So that's the setup. Now let's quickly make this one-way arrangement. I want, yeah, so see this I don't think, yeah. Let's get rid of this little section here. We don't need that, because that'll be a one-way to go in there. The rest can kind of all do. So this will be a one-way loop here. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Let's set that as one way in this direction, and this will be one way in that direction. Okay, then this will be one way in that direction, and this one will be one way. No, it needs to be the other way around. I'm confused. Okay, this one is definitely, I want this one to be in this direction, right? So it goes up to there, then it goes down there. They don't, because this is the outbound, they don't need to make use of this one. I've got it the wrong way around. I'm confusing myself a little bit. Let's just continue to do that in the other direction. We don't actually need to do them on both ends though. So something like that. Okay, so that's the one-way arrangement. So it'll be almost a left-hand drive, yeah? Like they do in Australia. Okay, so the question is that now, if you're going up in that direction, we don't need that entire section, unless they're going, they won't be able to go to that side. Okay, so we don't actually need that. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's do that. So it's just a long taxi all the way to the end. Actually, let's swap them around. The one way will be this way, and you will exit on that side. Ooh, set two-way, and then this one is the one way in the other direction. Yes, absolutely. Similarly, we'll do the same thing over here. You will go one way in this way and one way out that way. Perfect. So that means you can, but you don't actually need to though. We don't need the two taxiways. Why would you need to come back on this unless you're coming from the other one? Okay, that's a thing. That could be a thing. So let's say you're running that way. Okay, let's do this. Let's quickly do make ourselves a little bit of redundancy if you're going to the other one. The idea would not be to do so, but let's see how that works. So if you're doing that, right, if you're doing, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. If you're doing this, and similarly over here, similarly over here, 7 and then 7. Okay, so if you're doing that, that means you can actually connect from the one to the other one. Okay, that is good. Look at that. Okay, so I'm not going to bother with the building of that side. We're going to open up the one on this side only. We don't have any of the stuff that we need, so we still need to continue. So that is going to be our taxiway system. We need tons of space for our services still. So anyway, we might not have to. Actually, we've got all of this space, but then we'll have to definitely make use with tunnels of getting them in and out on the other side. Let's quickly do a little bit of a setup over here for our boarding desks. So we'll use boarding desks. I'm kind of tempted to do 2 boarding desks even for the medium ones. Or do we need it though? Yeah, I'm tempted to do 2 boarding desks for the medium also. So 2 boarding desks. Oh, hang on. Now I'm getting out of control here. Get rid of that. This is going to be, we need to double deck this section if we wanted to use the jetways. So let's not do that. Get rid of our boarding desks over here. We need to double deck them. So let's, we can't build a jetway, I believe, not until we construct the second level and so on. So let's go up a level. And let's get our section in here. And we don't necessarily need it to be all that wide. So let's just start off with 7 like that. Whoa, that's a lot. Okay, there we go. And now we can make this area secure, and then we can build the jetway. Okay, we're in the last few minutes. We're definitely not going to see planes in this episode, unfortunately, but I think we're off to a flying start with an airport that will be a little bit more practical to use. Okay, so now with that in mind, let's quickly upgrade all of these to jetways. Oh, we also still need to build our no. We still need to do all of our baggage bays and connect all of the service roads. So there's so many things you need to do. So doing this, why am I not able to click this thing? That's an interesting one. You can click some of them, but not all of them. This can't can upgrade? No, just do a different, convert to grass. Yeah, something like that. So build jetways. Come on. Oh, even now it's slow. Okay, and our jetways in there, and jetway, perfect. So now we've got jetways up here, we've got a top level. Now let's quickly put our boarding desks in, and I'm gonna do the 2 as I mentioned. We'll give it a little bit more room though. I think about 3 away is about a good number. Let's get some seating over here for the guys. Just going to go with standard large seating like that. We'll give that a 2 gap there. 2 gap, 2 gap. So a little something like this. That should be fine. Ooh, last minute. Okay, so let's grab this. And then we will try and duplicate that in exactly the right spot. Ooh, they're a little bit too close together. Anyway, that's okay. I don't mind it too much. That spot over there. Wow, that's nice and tight. Nice and tight. At least it makes it easier for me to place them. Okay, perfect. Guys, and I think that is going to be the end of the stream today. Thank you so much for joining us. We will continue in the next one, which is Tuesday. We'll continue to open all of this up, connect our baggage bay system, provide some nice shop facilities and so on for the people, and then we will see how we go. We also need to provide the turnaround services, and we will open up this side before we go and construct the other side as well, but we'll do it all together. Thank you so much for watching. I'm ExactChaos. If you've enjoyed it, hit the like button. As this is a new series, it's always appreciated if you do so. See you next time. Bye bye.